Hi everybody, it's Marcy. And yesterday I made 6 little journals using stuff out of my scrap box. And after that video, I kind of kept going. I pulled out some of my cardstock scrapbook paper and saw what I had and just started playing with it. I made some journaling cards. That one, when I go to use it, I probably will want to put a focal point on it. And that one. And that one. And that one. And I think some of those don't really even need focal points. They could be used just as they are. And then I made a tag. And I made a little wardrobe journaling space. And a little flip down journaling space. I've not put a closure on that yet. I thought I'd wait to see what I used it in. And I just made a little flat paper clip with this little piece of paper. And then, for some reason, it dawned on me to make a little Matchbook notepad. I had a little scrap left over, so I made this little Matchbook notepad, and I really like the way that came out. So I thought today we would make a few of those. Still working from my scraps, and for these I am using some cardstock weight scrapbook paper. So this one, I'm just going to, I obviously punched a couple of holes. The size, excuse me, the size doesn't matter. Just need a rectangle. This one's a little wide for my liking. I think I'll cut this down to, yeah, we'll go 3 1/4 inches wide. And this one is also a little wide. I think we'll also cut it down to 3 1/4 inches. Okay. So I'm going to use, and as you can see, all 3 of them are different sizes, and that makes absolutely no difference. Now, what I like to do is I like to start out. Don't have to use a scoreboard for this. Let's see. I think, I think I actually want this to be the outside just because it's a little more neutral. So I'll have more that I can do with it. Okay, so this one is 8 inches long. I like to score mine at 5/8 of an inch from the end. And that one doesn't really have an upside or right side. And I'm going to do that for all 3 of them. Now, I do want to look in that. Oh, I don't know that I want the stripes on the outside. So, okay, if it's got a direction, if your paper is directional, you will want your little tab, obviously, to be at the bottom, but in order to do that, to not have everything be upside down, it always takes me a second. Okay, so if I want it to go like that, then I need my little tab here. Okay, and this one is like 4 5/8 inches long. So it's going to be a short little thing. And this one, I think I'm just going to put the diagonal stripes on the inside. So I'm going to score here. Okay. And like I said, you don't have to do that. The scoring for me just gets me started with some kind of straight lines so I can work better after that. So you want to make your little lip, fold it up, and if you're using cardstock like I am, you'll want to score it. Then I'm just going to fold down my top, line it up, so that it tucks just underneath your bottom flap. Don't want it too far underneath, but just underneath. Okay, so I'm going to do that with all three of them. So I hope everyone's doing well today. I'm actually really enjoying playing with my scraps. I think because I'm not racking my brain to figure out a journal, I'm just making a bunch of random stuff. So it's kind of a nice little break. And for me, this is good because I don't know what made me think of doing the little matchbook notepad. I think I just had a piece of leftover paper and kind of started folding and playing. And okay, so I've got those. So now I've got some newsprint paper here. And yes, it's really big, but that is only part of a sheet. So I think I will cut that off. Let's start with this little guy. And it is 2 3/4 inches wide, so I will want my paper to be about 2 1/2. So I'm going to cut there to have a straight edge. We'll cut here. And it is two and just over 1/4 inches. So I think, because I want to leave a little room because I don't want the paper to get buckled at the top, so I think I will make them two and 1/8. So there's one, and you can make as many as you want. 2, 3, 4. Oh, don't want that one. And we'll give this one 5 little pieces of paper. Okay. So that is for that one. So I'm going to set it over here. Now I'll go on to this one, which is 3 1/4, so I'll make it 3 inches wide by 2 1/4 inches tall. Okay. 3 inches wide by 2 1/4 inches tall. And what's great about these is you can do like I am. I'm kind of almost got it assembly line fashion. So it goes quicker. You can make several. That's 4. And that little cutoff, I'm just trying to get where the fold, where my paper was folded, getting rid of that fold line. Okay, so there's 5 little sheets for that one. And this big guy, we'll make them 3 inches wide by 3 3/4 inches tall. This one is already 3 inches wide, so we'll use that. And I've got a big fold in it there, so I'm gonna take that off. And again, you don't have to do it this way. You could, forgot how tall they are. You could tear your papers however you want to do it. 2, 3. 4. 5, and might as well stick that little piece in just to do it. Okay. So now I'm just going to take my papers, get them all turned the same way. Get them tucked into my bottom flap. Take my tiny attacher, and I'm just going to put a staple right near the bottom. And I've got my little Matchbook notepad. I like this because you've got little spaces to make little notes. So I think that's really cute. And then I can embellish it when I'm ready to use it. I can embellish it however I want to. So I apologize, my computer keeps dinging at me. This one I ended up making a little shorter than I needed to, but that's okay. think I might try to scoot the papers up just a hair shade. But I've got to be careful. This one, I think what I will do is I'll put 2 staples in. And there's the second one. Anyway, I know it's really kind of silly, but I really am having fun just doing these little simple things. And I think I started to say and then didn't finish that I like having these in my ready-made ephemera, not only because I can just go in and I'm also going to put 2 staples in this one just because it's a little wider. Not only to have ephemera that is ready-made, but sort of as a reminder. Let's say this one doesn't go with whatever project I'm doing, but it's like, oh, a matchbook notepad. Sure, I'll make one of those. So it's kind of a reminder of little simple things that I can make. Okay, so that's it. Those are simple matchbook notepaper pads. I think I probably will make a few more, and I will show you those tomorrow when I figure out what I want to work on next using up my scrap paper. So take care of yourselves. Happy crafting, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.